I think the 6th video of my expose of my dreams, and I think this has happened in the past for these celebrities, and I think this could be happening now. So, in this dream, I think it was like Drake, Kanye West were helping me like make a song or something like that. I'm sorry, let me go back. First of all, I think it was Drake that helped start the song. They were playing the piano, they were making this beat for Gracious Temptous, this worship song. I listen to it all the time, I like it. And, these people were collabing on making this song. And I was kind of like directing them, I couldn't play the piano, so they were making the beat for me. And Lil Wayne was there, and he had his shirt off. And there was like dog poop all over, okay? So first thing I saw was like Drake was starting the song or something on the piano, making the beat. And then Lil Wayne came in, and I was sitting on a chair, and I like rolled over to him, and he had his shirt off, and he was like walking real fast, and he was swearing, and he was just like so mad at something, okay? And I went up to him on my chair, and I hugged him, and I started kissing him. I'm like, help me, please, please. And he just did not want to help me with it, but he did, okay? And there was dog poop everywhere, okay? It smelled. So then he came down, and he did the beat after, I think, Drake. And he did a big portion of this song, okay? Like a lot of it. He did most of it. Even though he didn't want to. He still helped me. And then I think we just needed to, there was just like a few, like an ending. And Kanye West came in just like happily, like he was happy to help. He sat down and finished this beat. Okay. So the next thing that happened is I was like an assistant to Donald Trump, okay? And he messaged me on my phone. He said, hey, send me the song you're working on. So I sent it to him, okay? After that, I busted in this room where Cardi B was at. And her head or her face was like on a plaque on a wall, okay? And I said, Cardi, if you're going to do something for me, you can't tell nobody about it. I'm going to beat your ass for that, okay? And I grabbed her up off of this wall and like grabbed her by the shirt because I was going to beat her up, right? And then I saw this big red button that flashed in front of my face after I took her off the wall. And then I grabbed her by the shirt, and like when you're like really mad at someone, or like sometimes it happens like fights in the bars and stuff, and or like a guy like offends someone's girlfriend or something, and then the guy like grabs this dude by the shirt and starts like shaking him by his shirt, like if you like, that's kind of what I was doing to her because I was gonna whip her ass, okay? And while this was happening, someone else busted in the door and pushed us both out the door. So I didn't beat her up or anything. I just grabbed her shirt and kind of shook her up, roughed her up a little bit. So my interpretation of that is this is all a business deal, okay? So all these celebrities contributed to the song, obviously, and someone told someone, and then Donald Trump, stole the song, or whatever, and okay, the part with Lil Wayne I'm gonna talk about first. He didn't have a shirt on, so he wasn't protecting his heart when this happened. That could mean that he was, he was standing alone and I was sitting, and I was kissing him. And there was poop everywhere, so that means that everything around him was offending him. So that means the kingdom of heaven was offensive to him because he probably served Satan or whatever. So he wasn't protecting his heart, and he was standing in his own faith, and I was sitting. That means I was conducting business. I ultimately served Christ, okay? So the reason was to try to get him to at least worship or something, the kingdom of heaven, And I was seducing him to do it, okay? I was kissing him. And it worked. He helped, right? But that was and he wasn't protecting his heart, okay? I don't know why I would seduce him. But I was sitting. This was business for the kingdom of heaven. He was standing in his own faith, and he was offended by, the kingdom of heaven, There was dog poop everywhere. So either he was offending people around him, or everyone around him, or everyone was offending him. Okay? Drake and Kanye West, this was a business deal for them too. They were in the business. They were making a song, something along, with the music. Okay? Donald Trump, he can be, as a president, he can be represented as this company boss or the actual president. Okay? I was his assistant in this, in this dream. But I was in like a different room than him. So whatever business he's in, he's not in the business of the kingdom of heaven. We were sitting at a different desk. He was conducting his own business when he did this. Okay? I don't know why I would send him the song, but he asked for it. And I sent it to him because Cardi B told him that we were working on this music. Okay? So when I busted in the room, first of all, Lil Wayne cussing, he cursed this music because he was so offended by the kingdom of heaven. So that's what happened. He put a curse on this music, and he put a curse on the blessings of the people involved, including himself, because we were in a big room, him and I. So it could be that he cursed me and himself, or it could mean that he cursed everybody. But because of the fact he was cursing, because he was so offended by the kingdom of heaven, or because of this worship music, he cursed them. Okay, so Lil Wayne cursed this place. He might have cursed me, but he cursed himself too, because he was there. He cursed the blessings of the makings of this for himself and for myself and whoever else. So Donald also means that he rules over everything. Okay? But just because someone rules over everything doesn't mean that they're not still in the jurisdiction of Jesus Christ. So I think that can represent the reason why I was helping him. Okay? Or why I was his assistant or whatever. So the thing with Cardi B, okay? Her face was in a frame. So this was a plan. This was not a God-devised plan. This was a setup, okay? This was the purpose of this. Okay? When I took her head off of the wall, I took her away from the protection that she had.
Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay,
And the red button would mean that this was a plan to create a debt to trigger a response. Okay? Lil Wayne ended up, he did it before this happened, before he even made the music, he cursed it. But it happened ultimately because Cardi B told Donald Trump, and then Donald Trump asked me, and that's what happened. Okay, so when I took her head off of took her face out of this frame off the wall, it means that this was a plan. Okay, it was a setup, and Cardi B could have been a part of it, and I was gonna kill her for it. Told her I was gonna beat her ass. That means that I'm gonna kill you for this. Okay. Now this button I didn't press. Okay. But this was, I believe, a part of this setup. And someone pushing us out the door meant that, somebody saved this girl's life, basically. Okay. Or stop whatever it was. They had an opportunity to stop something, and they did. And we were in a big room. So when I took her face off of this wall, it removed her from a lot of blessings. Okay, when we both got pushed out of the room. So I lost some blessings. I lost a lot of blessings from this. This was a big room. A big room can represent a lot of blessings. So she lost blessings because of it, and I lost blessings because of it. So this could have like a physical reality to them. Maybe they collabed on some music. I know that the industry can be kind of trifling, People but Lil Wayne put the majority of the work into this. But he cursed it because he was offended by it. Even though he helped, he cursed it before he even helped. And I mean, they could have all been in on it together. It was a frame, somebody got framed because of it. So this happened and someone got blamed for it. And the person that actually did it almost got killed. And the person they framed probably lost a lot of blessings because of it too. Okay? I mean, I can parallel this. You know, this has happened to me. When I was in college, I told the professor about a good idea for his students. I didn't think he was going to run off with it and steal my idea, but he did. You know? When someone tells you something, you can choose to use integrity and discretion and not steal their idea from them, you know? But that's what Donald Trump did. He heard about it and he took it when he had the chance. But it was a setup, it was a frame. And I think that in my life, I backslid at this time. And I think the purpose of it was to take my protection away from God. But even when you're, you know, the Bible says that there's nothing that can separate us from God's love. So even though I was not saved, God was still protecting me because that's my Father. Okay? You know, there's the prodigal son. He ran off, plundered all his savings and all of his inheritance. And when he came back, his father was so happy. He gave him more money and accepted him back. And he put him first because he was happy that he came back. So, one thing I want to say is I had two visions about Lil Wayne. Okay? He did this unmasked singer thing on TV where he takes off, he's a robot. He takes off this helmet and it's like, Lil Wayne. So, I had a vision of that. I saw him wearing this robot suit and he took this helmet off and he just started swearing. Like, he didn't just say one cuss word. You know, swearing in the spirit means you're cursing someone. That's what it says in the Bible. You can either bless people spiritually by your words, or you can curse them. That's why they call them curse words, you know? So he was like, it sounded like he was rapping. It looked like he was like so angry. Like he was furious. And it sounded like he was rapping and kind of chanting at the same time, but they were nothing but swear words just coming out, you know, whatever swear words he was saying. And, you know, he probably said like 30 curse words in that one little vision. So, you know, if you want to call it one swear word per curse, it's a lot of curses, okay? The next vision I had was him without a shirt. He was smashing a guitar, you know, like rock and roll. That's what he did. So when I interpreted the robot, this means that this is someone that's been programmed to behave this way. Okay? He has some type of technological gifting, and he's cursing someone because of it. Smashing the guitar means that he cursed someone's worship ministry over this. Or it could have been my destiny that was cursed, you know, in worship, because I like to sing. Even though, you know, I can't really sing that good. Because when I was learning how to sing, I stopped for some reason, you know. So I'm going to tell you this vision I had. You know, it says that he's being programmed. And I had visions of how they do it. And I'm going to tell you, okay? This is just a part of a dream. It's with Ryan Henry and Sky Days. There's like a prelude to this. I was running from these people and they were chasing me. And I was just beating these people, you know. Like in Thor, when Thor like breaks apart these people and when he leaves they come back together. Well, that's what happened. They were chasing me. One of them, like, their car broke apart. And I used my hand. He lifted up off of his feet, even though I wasn't touching him. And then he just like busted into a bunch of pieces. And another time this was in the same dream with Ryan and Sky Days. Anyways, I'm just gonna talk about, this guy was writing something in the sand. So I think that means that he was accusing me of something. And he ended up getting killed. I just woke up and... Anyways, this whole thing with Ryan and Skies. The consensus of this dream is that they were trying to offer me an opportunity to date Ryan Henry. Okay? They're like, oh, you can have Ryan. And Ryan was sitting next to his girlfriend. And his girlfriend was like they did not care to offer up this man, even though he had his girl sitting right next to him. So, apparently I was on a date with Ryan Henry, okay? And at the end I'll talk about what really happened. Or why this was happening. Or what it really meant that they were offering up Ryan Henry to date me. I was on a date with Ryan. And in another place I could see that Sky Days was teaching Ryan how to act. Okay? And at the same time, what she was doing while we were on a date Well, she was controlling Ryan by telling him what to say. And the way she was doing that is because in the spirit, Ryan Henry was asleep. And she was sitting right next to him, whispering into his ear, telling him what to say to me. Okay? God says that people can be dead in their transgressions. So when you're not worshiping God, it's easy to be God's puppet. Because most of the time you're asleep. Okay? And if it's someone like, if Sky Days is someone that worships the devil, which it appears so, because she is one of the people that's controlling people. You know, I've had other dreams about Sky. She ain't no angel. She tried to kill me. And I overcame her. But that's basically how they're controlling people. So at a time when Lil Wayne was, you know, maybe he just, you know, believes that he just, you know, Satan is the way. That's his choice. But being, first of all, worshiping Satan, you're like his puppet, you're his slave. Even if it's something that you feel in your heart that you just don't want to agree with, they can control you and program you to be a certain way by giving you fake memories, by controlling you while you're sleeping in the spirit. That's what Sky was doing to Henry. You know, Ryan Henry, whatever. So, you know, I'm going to give you the interpretation of goat. Because everyone calls Lil Wayne the goat. You know, the greatest of all time. I'm going to give you the real interpretation of that. Because you should be careful what you let people call you. Because it could be a curse. You know, my name, Crystal, it just means like clarity. Or you can see right through me, and that's true. I can't lie. I don't like to lie. I can't be deceitful. I don't know how to act. And I don't like to. I don't like anything deceitful. My daughter, Melina, her name is Love, Warmth, and Grace. So you have to be careful what names you go by because it can define you. So, well, I'm going to interpret what goat means for you, Lil Wayne. You were one time my favorite rapper. I hope you watch this. 1 second. Okay, goat. This is what goat means, okay? In the spirit, this is what it means. Unsaved, cursed, one without compassion or a heart. A demon or hard-hearted. So that's what you're calling yourself when you're calling yourself a goat, okay? Please don't call that man a goat. He's not a goat. He's a human. He's not cursed. I mean, if he worships Satan, then it's likely that he is. But he's doing some cursing of his own, apparently. So I pray that you will find repentance. Sky Days, I pray that you will find repentance too, because God has judgment ready for the people that are doing this. It's not okay to control people like that. You know, there's a legal system on earth, and there's a legal system in the spirit. You know, Jesus Christ is the ultimate law. And, you know, this is how they're controlling people. Even when people aren't saved, they're vulnerable to this. Because they're asleep most of the time. Okay? You know, God says that we're alive. We choose life over death. You know, he trains us to live, not die. That means he with us, he trains us to stay awake so that we know what we're aware of. When he got crucified, he said, God forgive them, for they know not what they do. Because in the spirit, they were asleep. They were being controlled. Okay? So that's it. I just wanted to talk about this whole situation with this Gracious Temptous song and what it caused. It caused a lot of people to lose a lot of blessings. And you know, Lil Wayne, you know, you're being controlled. And I would pray that you will let God control you. I often pray for the Holy Spirit to possess me in spirit and in truth, so that he can choose my actions for me, because I know I'll make the wrong choices. I know I'll turn the wrong way, do the wrong thing, say the wrong thing, look the wrong way. Jesus Christ, please let your will be done in my life. So that's it. Please don't call yourself a goat. Love you. Bye.